And to me, that's one of the benefits of doing focus manually, is you can control that speed and it impacts the mood of your film. We have this fantastic loaf of sourdough fruit bread from Bread by Treason, one of the top 5 breads in Australia. That's going to be our subject. It's going to be in focus for the beginning of the shot, and then we're going to manually change the focus so that the background garden comes into focus and the loaf moves out of focus. To get the focus at the closest possible distance, we're going to spin the focus ring that way and use focus peaking to bring it into position, and focus peaking will tell me where it is. It really is phenomenal how close the focusing is with this lens when you've put it into manual mode. It's barely even a hand length and it's in focus. So macro is absolutely possible with this camera. With this focus length set, we know no matter how far we spin this dial, this will always stay in focus. And we can just keep spinning it forever. So this is our foundation point. Now what we're going to do is spin the dial the other way until the background comes into focus. And we can see that from the peaking on the screen. Now that we've got our background in focus, we can spin the dial to the right to bring the loaf back into focus. We've got 2 choices. We can either try and remember where we spun the dial to and move it slowly back until the background's in focus, just like that. Or we can start with the background in focus. The background's now in focus. And we can spin the dial all the way to the left to bring the loaf into focus. And then simply reverse the footage.
Filmmakers reverse footage all the time. Here's a recent clip from Peter McKinnon, and notice how the snow rises in front of the truck.
And then simply reverse the footage. In this example, I've gone without a tripod for this camera because I wanted to show how the focus can change over the length of the shot. So right now the table's in focus, the loaf is a little out of focus and the background's out of focus. So what we can do is we can change the speed of the focus. We move reasonably fast, or we can move more slowly so that the table comes into focus before the loaf comes into focus, like this. And to me, that's one of the benefits of doing focus manually, is you can control that speed and it impacts the mood of your film. Because your autofocus speed will typically move this fast. But when we do it manually, we can really slow it down and it lends this cinematic, dramatic flavor to your footage, and you can control that speed to match the tempo and the mood of your film. Notice how the table comes into focus before the loaf. This footage would have been better without my elbow in it all the time, but well done. This is a really major step before we get to our next stage and our next videos. So far we've gone from a close object to a distant background, but we can change that up again and go in 3 steps, from a close object to medium distance to a far distance. And let's do that now. Congratulations, you've just taken a giant step to becoming a great filmmaker. All that's left today is to eat this beautiful bread.